This was a funny one that came across my list. It was a report of two men who got jobs at Amazon just to steal copies of Zelda.
Wow.
Amazon used to drop games early by accident because it was going through the post. They didn't want to have any issues or anything like that, especially when it's like PlayStation 2 era. But prior to the release of Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, two men obtained contracts work at Amazon. This is hang on a second. I'm just going to refer this back to when I didn't get my PS5 on release date. Yeah, because that pissed me off because they said it was delivered, and that royally narked me because I know it should have been delivered anyway. The first individual was a 21-year-old man. He was hired a month before the game's release date, and then abruptly stopped showing up for work days before the game was due to launch. When they contacted the man's mother at home, he said he was playing video games. Upon discovering that the game was Zelda, I love that his mum dobbed him in. Why isn't Dave at work? Is it a new one? Right, I fucking know where he got that from. Especially when they found out the game hadn't been released. After being caught, the first man returned the game and paid for it and subsequently got fired. The second man, 24, was discovered to have stopped coming into work before the game's release as well. Unlike the first man, he had stolen several copies of Zelda-related items, including the Amiibo, the Zelda themed Pro Controller, with the intention of reselling them online. He was also fired. I always love these stories where people have that's what impact that game has made on culture. That two people would take shitty jobs to get the game early or to make a quick buck on the side. It was in Amazon, Japan. Because I saw this and thought that's going to be Florida, isn't it? No, wow. Amazon, Japan. So when the warehouse was implicated in the story, they confirmed that all delivery of the games was successful and the two employees indeed had been dismissed. However, they didn't disclose specific reasons for the termination, which I think we know why.
Right. Yeah. So how many people have actually nicked a copy from the Amazon store, played it, but then gone, oh, I'm doing work, gone to work, come home, and then carried on to play, right? And not being caught for stealing. I mean, they only got caught because they didn't turn up to work because they're too busy playing Zelda. That's the only reason why they got caught. No other reason. It's not because of some sophisticated tracking system that they've got. It's because they didn't turn up to work.
Yeah,
that's the only reason.
Yeah, the other workers there who've been packing it. Yeah, they've still been playing, haven't they?
They've done the same. They've done the same. However, they've gone, oh, I've got a shift in an hour. I better get ready for work. And gone to work, come home and carried on playing on their stolen copy.
I'll never know.
Not thick.
No. This is what they do. Yeah, is they get the copy, they play the copy. Yeah, they then finish it, wipe said copy of any kind of incriminating influence, wipe the fingerprints off it, put it back in the shrink wrapping thing, and then pop it on the shelf. That's what I'd do. I'm not saying I've done that. I've just thought about it.
Just don't use the codes, the DLC codes, and stuff.
Yeah. Don't use the DLC codes or those one-time use codes because you'll they'll know straight away.
Because you'll get an angry customer going, I've got this new thing, come out of cellophane, codes don't work. And they'll be like, should do. But they don't.
Do you remember when they used to get like consoles when they first come out? Usually like people hijacking the lorries and stuff for the deliveries. So there'd be like PlayStation 4s or Xbox Ones and something, and someone would just like literally like highwayman just hold it up at the roadside and just empty the contents.
Stand and deliver.
Yeah, that's usually in the States. This is why this one I find interesting because this was more from Japan, and you don't expect the Japanese to be like that. You expect them. You've got less chavvy, I think, is the best way of describing them.
That's a good way.
Yeah.
You expect them to be, but then again, if they are that obsessed, man, you still got a job at Nintendo.